Hey everybody, this next Formula One diecast review will be on the Charles Leclerc 2019 Ferrari SF90 Australian GP version. This is a fantastic looking diecast that I remember specifically when this came out. I had to say I had to get it. I don't remember where I bought it from. Probably was from Gutsware. I will probably well imagine that, my friends over there. And let me tell you, I was kind of looking forward to having Michelin now on the car, but I realized, tobacco police, you can't have that on the cars. But I absolutely love the matte Ferrari. I don't know what's with it, but matte on this car just does absolute wonders for me. Now, I reviewed the Look Smart Ferrari back over in the springtime, and trust me, this car does not hold a candle to the quality of Look Smart. Look Smart has a great brand of products of Ferrari and other Italian car manufacturers. And all I can say is, this is the cheap alternative. This is more like, the introductory piece. This is like, this is a cheap version, that you spend $10 rather than $100. Of course, the quality is gonna show. But I know a lot of people like these cars, and I wanted to get these out in time for the holidays. So the Ferrari SF90 car, the car that wasn't complete utter rubbish like the 2020 version of the Ferrari is, this was when the car was specifically competitive. And I do remember Charles Leclerc winning a few races last year, and that car was relatively competitive. Can't say that about this Ferrari, and I know their engine program is going to be a little better in 2021, but don't expect race wins until 2022 when the new chassis come in. This box is 143rd, ages 3 and up, Burago, Ferrari Racing, Australian GP SF90, got the Ferrari logo, Ferrari Racing, Burago, 143rd. We got all the different scales. I would like to see what their 118s have to offer, but I can't really imagine they must be that great. Ferrari official licensed product, Burago, 143rd, die-cast metal with plastic parts, and the Scuderia Ferrari logo. And you got the Ferrari Racing logo again. A whole bunch of copyright stuff. Yes, all that fun stuff. And Charles Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel are in the back with the Ferrari Racing logo. Alright, so let's take this car out of its box and begin the diecast review of the Charles Leclerc Australian GP car. Now that this car is out of its box, I will just reiterate how awesome matte Ferraris look. They really look awesome. I mean, I have the Kimi Räikkönen 2018 car behind me here, and there's just something about these matte Ferraris, especially last year's Ferrari, that just looks absolutely incredible, and it just adds so much to the car. And if you're looking at the Burago route with the Ferraris, or if you are like me and you really want to invest in Look Smart, this Ferrari in particular is one of my personal favorites. One is because these cars have the Michelin Now logos, and I am not a politically correct person. I am not I'm a guy who likes those tobacco, alcohol sponsored cars. Brings me back to the 80s and the 90s where alcohol and tobacco sponsors were kings. And second off, I love that there's more black on this car. It's just not a solid red color. Sometimes a little black on the halo and a black on the engine cover can add just so much. You think about it, it's a small little detail. But you look at it, this is a lot more sexy than in just an all-red Ferrari. There's just something about adding a little bit of black and the matte finish on this car that make it one of the top-looking Ferraris in recent memory in my book. That's just my book, though. But what do I know? I'm just an average Joe. Anyways, here we go. Here we go. The front of the car is all colored red here. This car is mostly red, but little black winglets here, and a little bit of carbon fiber colors surrounding the winglets here. And then you got a black stripe that goes underneath the Shell and UPS logos, the Ray-Ban logo. And you got a little bit of black on the engine cover. But the rest of the car is all colored matte red. And I know Ferrari runs a different shade of red to accommodate Marlboro. And of course let's flip over to the halo here. The halo has some sponsors on it. The halo has a little bit of sponsors on the headrest. Not the halo, excuse me. The headrest has sponsors. Not a detailed cockpit at all. If you are well known of the Spark and Mini Champs models, they have the driver figurines and they have the little steering wheels. That is apparently absent on this car. And you got a whole bunch of Ferrari 90 years logos on this car. Got a 90 years logo on the engine cover. Got the little, oh, this is pretty cool. We got little colors of the Italian flag here on the little fin here on the engine cover. And red and black on the rear wings. This is not one solid color. This indeed has different colors to it. All carbon fiber rear wing back here. Not really too incredibly detailed components back here as far as the gearbox, the rear suspension pieces, the rear diffuser. A lot of genuine parts are absent on the rear of this car, and you know me, I'm a sucker for these rear diffusers, and I'm a sucker for these gearboxes and all that. Those have to be incredibly detailed, and though in this particular car, it is very absent on this car. And these are the soft compound tires, and this car is just, sorry about that. As I was saying here, they have a whole bunch of sponsors on this car. This thing's like all decked out with decals. This thing's all decked out with their livery. They got a whole bunch of different color combos, such as red and black on here. It's got everything on it. It's got a matte finish on it. It's got the whole 9 yards onto this thing. So in all reality, if you are looking for a Ferrari model or diecast, if you're interested in the Burago route, this really is the route to go to, and I would recommend this particular product over to you. Now, you're probably thinking, there's a lot of Ferrari models. Like I said before, like why would I pick this one? It's just so much different. You really haven't seen matte Ferraris, really. You really see them as high gloss. You see them as these bright, vibrant cars, and this thing is matte with black on it, and it's got no Wish and Now logos, of course, but this is one heck of a cool looking diecast. It's in my personal opinion, this is one of my favorite Ferraris. And actually, no, I don't really label myself as a Ferrari fan, but I definitely do love a good looking Ferrari when I see one. Anyways, here's a 360 view of the car. Here's the top of the car. And here's the chassis. So, give us a comment, like, and subscribe. And hopefully the Ferraris will do much better next year. And I will see you all in the next video.